The historic Castle Cornet. Yes, Guernsey people pronounce it the English way. It's Nate's favourite place here, and he never comes here without paying a visit to this nostalgic location. Formerly, as these old paintings from 1680 depict, it was a tidal island. When the tide was out, one could walk to it. First fortified as a castle between 1206 and 1256. Building materials were sent from England for castle building in both Guernsey and Jersey. Initially, it consisted of a keep, a chapel, and 2 courtyards, and curtain walls. The wars with the French began in 1338, when a French force captured the island, and it changed hands several times during the next decades. In 1359, on evicting the French yet again, an island traitor was executed here. I mean here, in this archway, which can actually be observed from the town. Below the arch was a lime pit. Disaster struck on the night of the 29th of December, 1672, when during a storm, a bolt of lightning struck the magazine of the castle, causing a huge explosion which destroyed the keep and some of the living quarters. The explosion killed the mother and the wife of Lord Hatton, the governor at the time, together with a number of members of his staff. The governor's quarters were in the castle, but later they were moved. The tower was never rebuilt. Some relics of German occupation during World War II are still visible. Other buildings are much older. Many are from the Victorian period. Indeed, an intriguing and scenic visit, with stunning vistas both looking in and looking out. Many reminders of its colourful history. The old town clock has been restored and is on display here. Built in 1782 and in use until the mid-60s. The Governor's Garden, where traditionally tulips are planted, and where no doubt the governor would tiptoe every night. A walk around the castle is not only an opportunity to soak in history, but also to be reminded of it. These islands were occupied during the Second World War, an occupation which lasted from the 30th of June 1940 until liberation on the 9th of May 1945. The Channel Islands were the only part of the British Empire to be occupied by Nazi Germany during the war, and included forced labor, mass deportations, and near starvation for both occupied and occupiers during the winter of 1944. Here, a reminder of it. Then the nostalgic noonday gun.
Please be advised that the noise of the gun is extremely loud. You are requested to stand behind the rope barrier.
A reminder of days gone by. not only here but throughout the British Empire, in the days of old when knights were bold. The gun is loaded, and the telescope pointed toward the town clock, awaiting the moment the minute hand would signal the hour of noon, at which time the gun would be fired. Ready.
I'm okay.
Cool. Loud.
Now the moment Nate has been awaiting, when we sit overlooking Herm, Jetto and Sark and enjoy our cappuccini. The Condor ferries servicing Jersey, St. Malo, Poole and Portsmouth. We thus enjoy the goings-on in the harbour, reflect on former visits, enjoy the view. In days gone by, I used to hire a car here and take it on the ferry to England. Visitors may lunch here in the delightful cafe. As for us, we continue exploring. There's an interesting maritime museum depicting life gone by, and as it is now. St. Peter Port, 1850, and as it is now. It's indeed fascinating to see the old paintings of St. Peter Port. The eel catchers. Images of the past. Sounds of the past. Memories of the past.
In the Maritime Museum we are in Guernsey. We just had lunch, and now walk around the Maritime Museum. Gonna take some pictures and go around, and then maybe go shopping in town. This museum is great. Every time you come here, they always change things up, and there's new exhibits to see, so it's always refreshing.
So we continue to explore, enjoy, and be intrigued. Left is Herm Island, centre Jetto, and Sark in the distance on a superb day for sailing. Magnificent views in every direction. History here. Medieval wall at the bottom, Georgian wall above, Victoria railings, and German turret. Muskets were fired from here, 5 steps. As one shot, another would step up while the others reloaded. Now the flowers have taken over. It's peaceful. We have had a very enjoyable visit. And look forward to many more.